Hi, welcome to Love to Boogie, Love to Stitch. I'm so happy to be back. Had a few weeks break there and give you a little update on that. But I want to say welcome to all 700, hello, 275 subscribers. I am so happy that you're all coming and thank you for subscribing. And if you're just looking, seeing, and lurking around, do it. Feel free to drop a comment, subscribe if you want to. I love to hear from you and see how things are going. Um, I have a new Fandango setup that my husband has helped me set up. So we'll see if this works. If it doesn't work, we'll ditch it. This is a different view of my office where you get to see this desk that I bought for $22 at the University of Austin's like reuse sale. It is a professor's desk. I'm in love with it. I filmed from there last time. Just I can't. And then this is a table that's been in my office that I used to use as like my crafting desk, but now right now you because the lighting in here is horrible, you can't see. It is covered with every piece of fabric that I own. So it's an interesting thing. And I'm gonna insert a video here. So I've laid out all of my fabrics from the various fabric clubs I've participated in this year and a bit of last year on my table here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to pull out all of the kitted patterns I have and start to match them up to fabrics so that I am fully ready for my 2023 starts. Some of them I've obviously marked off for something, but I don't know if I'm going to use it for that. Great on linen. And go through these. One of the clubs I was in was the Be Stitch Me club, and I did the Lugana for a bit, did the neutrals, and then I changed to Joblin just very recently. I have a few Picture This Plus Crystal Murky. I did the Color and Cotton with Crazy Annie 2021, and these are the colorful ones. And then I did the Crazy Annie Color and Cotton neutrals as well. So those are those back there, and those are Ada. Both of these, actually the neutrals are Ada, and then the color ones are Lugana, mainly. Yes, they're Lugana. I got some Oodle fabrics from Fortnite Fabrics. Thought these would be great for ornaments. Pull you out a bit. I got these from Stitch Modern, which are Adas. This is a Murky Lugana. This is a 40 count Swigert. I got it to try out 40 count at some point. This is when I started the Dark Queen. I wanted to try to see if I liked the other ones, and I will use that for something else. Don't quite know what this is, so hold on. Okay, this is Sandcastle, Joblin 32. This is a linen I bought, and hold on, right here, it's the Edinburgh linen 36 count. I bought that for the Year in the Woods, which I plan to start this year, but don't know if I'm gonna do it on linen. That's kind of scary. I got this Fortnite fabric for ornaments. It's even weave 32 count. There's 4 pieces, 2 already are in a kit. I really like this antique white 36 count even weave. I get this from 123 Stitch, and I utilize that quite a bit. This is the Country and Cottage Works Needleworks Nutcracker Village series, Crazy Annie. So these are the pre-cut ones, and I'm doing it all on one big fabric, but I like these for other ornaments. I thought that would be great to just have them already pre-cut. I have this by Mystic Fabrics. I have these two by Under the Sea. They're I got them in a, I think a kit, or no, not a kit, at a retreat they were at. So this one's linen 28 count, and this one is Joblin 32 count. This is Picture This Plus Gingerbread. This I got from Keepsakes, and it's specifically for that pattern, and it's a Ada. Never stitched on hard anger, but I got some of this from 123 Stitch a while ago. These are a few pre-packaged neutral Adas, and then This is the Murky in Ada, Caramel, Vanilla Caramel. Any of these that you find interesting that you want to know the name about, just let me know. Tell me which second in the video and I'll pull the name out for you. And that's what they are. So this table, I'm gonna pull out here, see. This is my table of fabric. I have a few more white Adas, just like 14 count or 18 count white Ada. I'm gonna make sure that that's it, and then I will start putting things together. So you can see what my fabric stash looks like. So if you're new to the channel, I love to dance and I love to stitch, and I also don't finish a damn thing. So that's it. The other thing is I just had surgery on Monday. I had my VSG. So I'm going to try to shoot this whole video in one sitting. And if not, I'll shoot as much as I can and then come back and wrap up the rest of this. So I thought we would talk about whips, which are things that have been touched by this little angel here. I'll talk a little bit about things sponsored by my paycheck. Tons of things to talk about in the 2023 plans, and then give you a life update. So if you can hang on for me for 1 second, let's see if this fancy fandango works. Okay, awesome. This is Girl with a Book, and this is the progress I've made on her so far, and I was able to get to the full end. I went down a little bit. This is the side she'll sit on, and then over here I actually added about 100 stitches the other night. So this is as far as I gotten with Girl with a Book. Let me switch out. This one is the Mystery Sal, Dark Queen of the Earth. I had to think about that. Dark Queen of the Earth by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And I actually went with the shiny thread. I don't know if you can see that in there, but I'm happy I did that. I was a little afraid, but actually it was really nice to work with, so no big problems there. This is all of the first months and then a little bit of the second month, and then there's a color that goes right in here that I cannot believe that I do not have, so I have to find it somewhere. So this is a bag that has everything with the Dark Queen of the Earth. Does this relate to the Dark Queen of the Earth? No, but it was empty, and it's from So Much to Love, and it's like fantastic, beautiful. So anyhow, go back to doing this, and there she is. Put this down like this, maybe that works. So this is Madame Chantilly, and I want to say something. Like, I thought this was going to be a lot smaller. I don't mind it being big, but definitely did not think this was going to be as large as it is. So I still have a whole bunch of cats to do on this side here, and I'm absolutely adoring it. I think she does such really pretty designs, and they make you want to do it even though they're bigger than you expected. So this is the pattern, and I am doing this on 32 count Lunar by Be Stitch Me. That table was bought for 22 bucks. Funny story is that when I moved to Florida and I moved into my first house in Orlando, there was a garage sale, and in the garage sale, my husband was at work, my ex-husband was at work, and I went over and I bought a table just like this. I mean, just like it. It's just identical. My neighbor brought it over, walked over with a hand truck, and my ex-husband went ahead and he sanded it all down and changed the top of it. It was my craft table for scrapbooking for eons. And then life happened. We got divorced. I moved into smaller places, and eventually went to my girlfriend Margaret, who used it to do her master's, which I'm just thrilled that someone got to enjoy it. And then it had to go bye-bye. There was nowhere for it to go. And then, ta-da! I have another one, number 2. Next thing that I have touched has been, this is for the other one. Oh Lord, I am like a hot mess potato. Only 2 days post-surgery. So like, let's just say it's anesthesia, okay? This is the library, and let's see if this works. So this is the library by Little House Needleworks. I don't know if that could be better if it was lower. Let's try it lower. Okay. So that's Little House Needleworks, and I love it. As you all may remember, I seriously messed up the door, and then I was like, you know what? That's gonna be the door. It's not gonna be anything else. So this is the progress so far. And that door is missing some wood pieces, and I'm happy with it. Last things I did was the last steps here, and then these flowers. So I have to fill that in, and then I'm ready to jump to a new section. I think there's a few things on the top of the house that need to go as well. So that is that one. I'm loving that fabric, and that fabric is Color and Cotton Macaroon. I'm in the Crazy Annie's Color and Cotton Club in 2021. So that was an awesome one. This one is sort of a start, sort of a not a start. So the story goes that this came in a kit by Black Native Society, and it's Wander, and this is what that looks like. I have a problem figuring out where the cameras are here. Let me just turn this on. So it was this one. It's beautiful, and I love the purpose of it all. The fabric it came in, I don't know. I'm just was not liking it. It just wasn't shooting my fancy. So I changed it over to Sea Glass by Color and Cotton, and this is the top right. So Sea Glass by Color and Cotton, and you cannot see the color well there. That looks like gray. Let me see if you see it better up here. Bear with. I think it's better up here. Yeah, so this is like a pretty blue, which no camera wants to pick up. Any whoosy whatsies. I restarted here. I am still not like in love with this. I don't know why. I mean, I like the pattern a lot. So my next thing would be to change the threads. Sorry. As soon as I say hello, I get a dry spot in my throat. So we're gonna have to pour some water here. Okay. From 123 Stitch, I got a few cool things, and then I have a few things that I don't know if I got them in a recent stash or haul, or if it was something that goes with the plans. So we're just gonna play with it for right now. It's all new to both of us. Anyway, this is Lizzie Kate's Ho 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 Holiday. I think it's adorable, and I like that it's a small. Trying to move away from my 9,000 size things that I tend to do, but I mean, don't think that I'm not tempted to go get every single one of those patterns. I think that those patterns are amazing. So that's Lizzie Kate. I got a pair of Pilgrims also from Lizzie Kate. There was a Lizzie Kate sale at 123 Stitch for Thanksgiving, and these arrived super fast. I mean, I think these arrived just today, so I think that was really fast. And they're adorable, and I like them. I like the idea of finishing them just like they are, and again, an opportunity to use that lizard litter that I bought because Michelle McGraw influences me a lot. So I thought that was super cute. Also, yeah, Thanksgiving time. I got from Ink Circles. This one, funny enough, I did not start drinking coffee until I started dating Isaac, and it's really more a conduit for sugar and creamer of all sorts for me. I can't say I'm a coffee connoisseur, but I am enjoying it now, and this was super cute. I thought from Ink Circles, Coffee Time, that was a nice one for us. Then I got from the Blue Flower. Yeah, these are going to make sense when we start talking about plants, the names of these. So then from the Blue Flower, got this really cute one. It is called Holiday Card 2021. I also ordered Holiday Card 2020, but it's on back order, so it'll arrive soon. And the next time we film. My boss, an old boss of mine, when he first became my boss, I sent him a text message, and I said, hey, can we talk real quick? And his response was, give me a second, I'm feeding the llamas. And I wrote back to him on the text, and I'm like, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to lie. Like, you don't have to make up animals. And later on, he sent me pictures of llamas and goats and a donkey he had. So I thought this is hysterical and reminded me of him. He was an amazing boss. Let's see here. Then I'm pretty sure that these are kind of with my plan. So let me skip ahead and go. The Crazy 8 Gals really turned me on to a great resource at Across Stitchy Supply. Amazing. So I got these. I ordered these while I was at the retreat. They also came earlier this week or last week. And this one is Hands On Design Stitch Happy. I think that's super cute. And this is Hands On Design Resting Stitch Face. Very easy to change that ST out to whatever you would prefer that to say. I think I will do the stitch face. Here you go. This is Summer Seascape by Country Cottage Needleworks. And can't say this is a small, that's for sure. Let's see, what size are you? This is 239 by 90. And that's what that looks like. But I think they're super cute. I think you can make each scene a small if you wanted to and not have to stitch them all together. So that was the idea there. This is Home of the Free by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This will come into our conversation a little later on on plants. That's so pretty. Christmas Rules by Primrose Cottage. Look how pretty those are. Believe in magic, absolutely. And this one is 59 by 300. So it's definitely, I think those are called door pulls. So got this one from Barbara Anna Designs. Funny enough, I have a few Barbara Anna designs and I still haven't stitched one. And when you see my 2023 setup, you'll see that I finally kitted one up. Here is Winged Dreams, and let me get it out of this so you can see it better. Winged Dreams by Barbara Anna Design. I love the Frida one. I think there's one at Girl Dreaming or something like that too. I mean, they're just amazing. So here it is. Look how pretty that is. Winged Dreams. I don't know if I would do it on a gray background though. So there's that. And those are the ones I got from Cross Stitch Supply and 123. 123. Then I got my box from Black Needle Society, and so this is the nice list, and I thought I would do it with you. I brought over my very first one. Every package is a little different. So this is package number 1, day 1, because today is December 1st. And for those of you who don't know, this is my birthday month, so we're celebrating all month. So it's awesome. My birthday is actually December 28th, and which means you're smack dab in the middle of Christmas and New Year's. If you are Catholic, I don't know if other religions have this as well, but if you're Catholic, there is the Day of the Kings on January 6th, which really meant that I never got a gift that was wholly the birthday gift. It was always like part 2 of the Christmas or part 1 of the King's Day. So as a grown adult, I am very petty and I don't allow anyone to get me a gift that has Christmas paper on it. If you do that to me, then I will wrap your gift in Halloween paper, Easter, 4th of July. I will find something, because since you thought it was okay to do it at the closest holiday to my birthday, I shall do the same. Also, by the way, guys, because of the surgery, I am cold. I am cold, which is the whole bundled up look here. So let's see what it says here under the nice list. On December 1st. Okay. Ooh, let's open it first, because then it explains to us what it is in here. This is exciting. Okay. That's kind of funky. So whatever. Be happy. Okay. So, at some point I'll be able to open this up. Ta-da! Ooh, this is Fortnite Fabrics Plush Lugana 32 count. It is like a yellow, it's definitely in the yellow family, yellow tint of the family. Let's see if we can get a good look at the modeling and the colors. Yeah, that's too brown. That's way too brown for what it really looks like. It looks way more yellow. Let me see if I can just bring you up. Negative. Still seeing more browns than yellows. Anyway, it's pretty. And I do like their fabric. So Let's see. It says here it is plush fabric, Fortnite Fabrics. Check your email. You may have received something special to stitch on the fabric throughout the month. We went through whips and we went through sponsors. So I want to talk now about my plans. My plans are pretty crazy for 2023. I would say highly ambitious. And sometimes you just gotta do that. You just gotta go for gusto and call it a day. But one thing though to note is that of my 2023 plans, there is a lot of cross coverage. So if it's in a sal, it also ends up on the board. It also ends up on the other thing. So I'm trying to have some kind of resemblance of that. But let me tell you what I decided to do days before my surgery. I had 14 days of liver prep, which is basically drinking only liquids that the surgeon allows for your own safety. And I had to keep really busy. So what I did was I pulled out every single piece of fabric I own and I put it on the table here. Everything's backwards. Table here. And then I went through and I started to go through kits that I had started kitting that I had never put the fabric with it. And started cutting fabric and putting it all together at least. My next step is to then attach each of these to one of these actual things I'm about to talk about that I'm signing up for in 2023. And I suspect that I will have to also kit up some new things. My intentions are to use my stash as much as possible. I have a very healthy stash of floss and fancy floss. I spent basically half of 2020, most of 2021 in various clubs, just really slowly adding to all of my fancy flosses. I don't have every color of absolutely not, but I have plenty. And what I would like to now see is like myself starting a whole bunch of things and then moving on to maybe finishing things someday. But who cares about that? So I'm going to go through a few things that were in the bin and talk through these here. I have my iPad out, so if I'm reading, that's really what's going on. So the first thing that I want to do is the Garon Designer of the Month. And so stand by and I will drop in right here what that is. So this is from their Facebook page, and they're going to have the Blue Flower, Puntini Puntini, Carriage House Samplings, Heart in Hand, so forth and so on. So I went ahead and pulled out all of my what are these called? Patterns from each one of those designers. So I'm going to show you them, and maybe you guys would like to help me choose some. We're also going to go through all of the ones that are already kitted. So like I mentioned before, like if it's already kitted, then that's the priority and that's the one that goes. But if we don't have anything kitted from said designer, then and there's multiple choices, then we need to kind of figure out which one's going to be the best one. So we're definitely going to check that out and see how it goes. So stand by for a second here and I'm going to show you. When I go ahead and do my end of 2022, I will have this way more organized so that I know what's kitted, what goes which project and everything. But like I said, I am just a few days out of surgery. Glad and happy to be able to move around and feeling pretty good. But bending down and moving a lot is not in the books. So bear with my slight disorganization. So here the first thing I want to do is the Garon Designer of the Month. I think it's going to help me get through and focus on many of the patterns I already have, things I may have kitted, get those moving. In addition to that, we also, Crazy 8 Gals from the retreat have come up with 23 and 23. And so this is the list. Each of us nominated top three, and actually 6 in total, top 3, and then the secondary 3. So in case anyone had some repeats. And we got a really eclectic list, which is great. And we ended up with 24. So as a bonus prize, you can do a 24th one, but it's really 23. And these are all new starts. This is no whips in hand. This is brand new starts. The fun part about this is that I didn't have all of them. Thank you, Jess. Hey, Jess. And she put together a spreadsheet, so we were able to put in the names of the ones that we're working on, and that is fantabulous. So we are definitely doing that, and I can show you some of the ones that are for specifically this, in no particular order because I don't have them in any particular order. This is Cherry Hill Stitchery, and I had just gotten this, so I think it's perfect. Maybe you want to see my face. So this one is going to apply to number 1. I think it's super cute, and it is 121 by 125. The goal is to start. You don't have to complete them all. You have to complete one. That is part of the rules by the Crazy 8 Gals. If you guys want to join us, feel free. This is up. I think it'll be loads of fun, and we're gonna have a hashtag soon. Hey Jess, what's the hashtag? And I'll post it up here. This is Raise the Roof, and I want to say that Raise the Roof is on here. Maybe they're not. Nope. But let's see. Number 20, Chiore en Baticure, I believe. The Auri de Santa Claus, the arrival of Santa Claus. So I've had this for maybe a year, if not 2. So this will be my start. I have a few for Primrose, and I showed them in haul. This is another one from Primrose that I had shown before, and this is Be Nice, a Buzz Off. So I like the size of this. This is 80 by 38. High chance I can finish it, but we'll see. I'm still deciding on that. So those 3 for sure are going to be part of this. And like I said, at the end of the month, I will go through for both, for every single one of these things that I'm signing up for. I will have the full chart. I will have all the details of all the ones I'm doing. And if you're interested in jumping along, so far, we have Garon. Oh, Lord. Garon Designer Focus of the Month. And also having the Crazy 8, 23, and 23. I want to do WIPGO. And for WIPGO, my plan is to have 2 boards. One is for completely random starts. And one board is for existing whips to move them along. That's my plan right now. Like they say, it's my board. I can do whatever I want with it. So we'll see what I end up with at the end of the month. But I feel like I have enough in both categories that I can really move things along. My goal for WIPGO is 100 stitches over 5 days. So that's what I'm giving myself. So 25 stitches a day over 5 days in the month. That's it. And I'm not pressuring myself to finish anything. I think that if anything catches my fancy and I just keep rolling with it, then awesome, I'll keep rolling with it. Otherwise, that will be what I will be doing. Some of the things, that I was looking at were things like the Dark Queen, the Sunny Side Sampler, things that are already doing anyhow. Autumn Quaker, which has been going on for a while, Cat in the Rain, things like that. So I'll have the full board when I do my final for the end of the month. I do not know if Pam is going to participate again in the 12 by 12 on the 31st. But because I've just had surgery, we won't be traveling for the New Year's. And I think that would be a lot of fun for me to have that all day and to be in community. These are all things I consider community items, by the way. WIPGO, Bringo, any of these things where I don't have a community here where I live, but I'm able to interact with you via YouTube or interact with you on FlossTube, on Facebook. It's where I call community. So I think that that'll be lots of fun. And that gives me the opportunity to start a lot of these things I've just kitted up, which we will be going to next on the agenda. If I have not had tons of starts, then I will probably do Mania to get my starts done and get everything started this year. So we'll see how I do up to May. I'll check in with you guys in late April, but I have a strong inkling I'll probably do Mania as well. I want to do 25 by 7. I love that idea, and I am not picking a pattern by the month. I am picking a project by the week. I think that allows me to kind of see where WIPGO is, where Bringo is in January, or in later months. If I decide to do March Madness, I can pick and choose which one to do there. I liked March Madness. I did not commit to it 100% last year, but I did like the interaction on Instagram, so I might do that again. But it's not on my list right now. But 25 by 7 I think is really achievable for me. I definitely do 25 stitches a night, and I rotate through a whole bunch of stuff. And so if I can just be focused, like, hey, for the next 7 days, it's going to be this, or in this month, I have said I'm going to give 7 days, 25 by 7 to a project. I think that that's going to really help me along. I'm trying to plot them out by week. I might have to move that to by month. We'll see. Play by ear. And the last one in what I call the community bucket is the acrostic monthly challenge. Again, same concept as Bringo, same concept as the rest of them. It's just an opportunity to maybe pull some projects that are not being, they didn't get called on WhipGo, is not on Designer of the Month for Garon, and it isn't on my crazy 23 by 23. So just an opportunity there to move things along. I said it. I'm being super ambitious this year. So we'll see. Sals. Lots of fun with sals. So the first sal is we have with Teresa Kogut. We kick off here in December. And it's the Crazy 8 Gals. And we each picked a pattern from her Let It Snow book, which is amazing. We're all kitted and ready to go. Zoom is set. We're going to do that. I have opted to join in on Teresa Little Stitcher's New Year Sal, which is a Bella Filipina lady, and by vote by the Crazy 8 Gals have selected. I had 3 options, and I will find the options and put them up for you so you can see. They were all lovely, and the ladies chose this one as the one. So we're going to be doing this. La Capati will be it. And I have everything. She's fully kitted. And I just have to pick her fabric from behind me. But I have all the beads, everything. We're good to go there. That's going to be exciting. I'm going to continue with the Dark Queen of the Earth Sal. And like I showed that earlier in my whips. And I signed up with Jess. Hey, Jess. For the Jane Eyre Sal. And I got the audio book. I haven't read the book in forever, and I thought this would be a fun thing to do. It starts now in December, runs through, I think, March or so. And hopefully I'll stay caught up with that. So those are my sals that I am aware of right now. I don't think I've signed up for anything else. And then I have things that I consider a series, right? Either the patterns come in a series or it's just a lot. And I'm gonna bundle those together and then try to see which month it makes sense to kind of tackle one, and maybe that becomes 25 by 7 for that month. But like the Cackle series by Hands on Design, that would be great to do before Halloween. So maybe I could have it ready for Halloween. So maybe that's like my September or late August ones. I have the Nutcracker series, Be Home Houses, the Little Red Riding Hood. So I'm going to be going through all the series and separating them out, and then kind of plotting them on which part of the month and which month it's going to work out on. So those are the plans for 2023. I don't know yet which clubs I'm going to still be in, and which new ones I want to join. I know I need to decide pretty quick. Most of them are probably closed already, but like I said, I have a really healthy stash, so I think I want to take like a pause, a breather here, use a lot of my stuff, see how much I'm liking these things I'm buying. Like maybe I don't even like this fabric and I bought a gazillion parts of it. That's very doubtful, but you understand what I mean. So I'm going to try to do that, and we'll go from there. So going back to the Garon plans, just want to share here. Going through what are the choices I have, and I think, let me see if I can see if there's any crossover between his items and the items we chose as the Crazy 8 Sal. Stand by. Here are the 2 lists side by side, and at a quick glance I see Summer House, which is in May, is a crossover. Cottage Garden in June is also a crossover. Okay, might not be that many new starts. So we have a few. So I'm gonna go through those, but let me show you now what is happening on the ground. I pulled for January. The option is the blue flower. I just got in this in my stash, not my stash, what is this called? My haul, like gladly paid and sponsored by my own paychecks. Yep, I got a blue flower one. Let me pull it out again. Bear with. Oh my goodness, how could I forget it? Okay, it was this funny one. Okay, so like I mentioned before, the beautiful llama, I think is adorable. And then already in my stash was this one, the Gentle Rain. And on the Gentle Rain, I think it's pretty big. Let's see, it's 205 by 162. So I might do both. Who knows? Okay, so those are the choices there for January. Feel free to drop in the comments the one you think would be the better one. Don't, influence me. Feel free. So by Puntini Butini, I purchased these. I want to say, gosh, I don't remember. It was something. So I purchased some of the months. I don't have all of them, but I have April, February, March, May, June. Since Boudini is in February, maybe it makes most sense to start February. In addition to these, I also have When I Think of Summer, which is freaking adorable. I have A Quiet Place, and this one reminded me of a book I was reading at the time. There you go. And then this is When I Think of January. So I definitely have January's as well. So I have, it looks like I have the first 6 months. So maybe the February one would be a good one from Puntini to do. Or do you guys think I should do something completely different? Again, feel free to influence me. Carriage House Samplings, which is March. I know for a fact I have one of these kitted up. So remember that when you're thinking of voting as to which one I should do. If I hear nothing back from y'all, I'll be selecting my own. So this one is Widow's Walk. And then I have the map of Hawthorne Hollow. There you go. Oops, this way so you can see it. And I also have, I also have this one, the Halloween of Hawthorne Hollow. So that's also another choice. These are all huge. And I mean, their one also doesn't have a thing about finishing, so that's great. But they're definitely a commitment. April is Heart and Hand. What I did was, by the way, I have those comic book cardstock to divide the fabric, and so I just put the name on the top. I reuse them, as you can tell. So depending on what I'm working on, so that's how I did this. Heart and Hand, I have Wee Santa Village, Wee Santa 2021. I don't know why I said village. That's that. And I also have Wee Hand Monthly Miniatures. And I thought those were adorable. So, and if you want me to do a miniature, point out which one. There are a few here. Let's see. Let's see if inside they gives me the names of all of them. Oh, it's July, September. Oh, August, July, September, October, November, and December. Oh, that makes plenty of sense now. You see how they correspond to kind of like the months in school. So that is Heart and Hand. That's April's. Then we have Summer House Stitchworks, and we have a few options here. I'm gonna make sure I don't show the pattern by mistake. I showed this last week. This is the postcard. Right. And then I have American Harmony. And I actually stitched this one last year, but not in blue. I did it in a variegated turquoise color, kind of like my scarf. And then I also have these little guys. This video is going to be so long. Then I have these little guys. And so these guys are, is the name on the back of it? I can't see the name on the back of it. So Fragments in Time. This is the anchor. This is Fragments in Time, Tales from the Sea. This is number 7. I know that Pam did these all in one. I don't think I would do that just because Pam is amazing and I can barely finish anything. This one is number 6, Fragments in Time, Tales from the Sea. And this is Tales from the Sea, number 4, Fragments in Time. That's a really pretty house, and I love that, those corners. So those are the choices when we're looking at Summer House Stitchworks. So there's plenty of choices, and some of those littles are not that little. I mean, because it's kind of like a full coverage. Like this guy is 51 by 51, but I'm gonna say, yeah, almost all 51 of those is, yeah, you're all stitches. That's a almost full coverage look. I'm fine with that. I think those would be super cute. So those are the choices there. Just as a reminder, I did not buy any of these specifically for the Garon. These are all from my stash of the, I don't know what I was thinking I was going to be able to do so many in a lifetime. But hey, we have goals, we have dreams. Welcome spring. Really cute. And this is all from Cottage Garden. I was in the club last year with Crazy Annie's, and I don't believe I got them all, but, and I'm going to weed some of these through because there's some that really don't strike my fancy as much, but there's others that are super pretty. So there's the fox. Again, feel free to vote. There's the fox, the swans, jackrabbit, the raccoon, the ferret, the bear, Bonnie, I know you love this one, the bear, the eagle, the barn owl. That's interesting. Like, are owls different? Like, are there different owls that don't go to barns? Obviously not a country girl. Woodpecker, which I happen to have one in my house. The little brown bat. And this will all be June stitching. The reindeer and then the beaver. So in June, which one do you think I should start? Because that's how I'm taking the Garon, by the way. It's not so much that you have to start. You can pull out a new whip, but you can have a new start, like it says on the thing. So, you know, might as well move things along. Audi TM. I have Let It Snow. I have Grumpy Winter. That's a cute one. And this was in the wrong place. So those are the two choices that we have for that, for our TM. Oh, okay. It wasn't that far placed. So the choices for Hello from Liz Matthews or Kathy Barrick, which is the August, would be, drum roll please, and now I'm going to pull them out of the plastic just because they're so pretty and I hate that you can't really see them super well. So there's Pieces of Old, there is After the Rain, there's Winter Garden. I almost bought this chart again this weekend. Thank gosh I actually have a system now of writing down things. This one is A Quaker Dwelling. And Not to Be Left Behind, this is the 7th Day of Christmas sampler. I would do this one if I did it. So which one do you think? We're almost there. Now we're in September. So many choices and so little time. But every month I can do things. Silver Creek samplers for September. I have some good choices. At first, I was like, oh, I don't have anything by them. And then, haha, joke's on me. Fly by Night. I think it's called Flying Lessons. Zip It. Cute colors, like the mouth. Button Your Lip. Mary Roeder's Spelling Lessons? Or is it Rooter? No, it has to be a Roder. I don't know. Mary Spelling Lessons. Butter Believe It. And Hissed Off. Okay. Which one of these do you like? The next one is Primitive Hair. And for Primitive Hair, I only have one. And I'm actually happy about that. So I'm going to be doing Harriet Tubman. Yeah. And then Keslin's Cross Stitch Fun. If the Hat Fits. Bear with me 1 second. Post surgery. Stitch recorder. You should tell me if you could hear my stomach rumbling right now, because that would have been funny. This is Cross Stitch Fun. Oops, can you see it? It's like a Quaker. Oh gosh, I can't figure out where there you go. It's like a Quaker. And then in the back, it shows it to you in colors, which I'm more inclined to do. So here's the front. So you can see, that's the front. And then here's the back. So I think that's really pretty. And then the last one is 5 Friends. Kind of goes with the 5 hats. So tell me which of those. And then last one is Shepherd's Bush, which I don't have anything in here, but I'm pretty sure when we go through the kitted stuff, we'll find one in there. So stand by. Let me go pull all the things that I kitted up. Show you some of that loveliness. So in talking about Plum Street, I got this one this week, but you know, it's pretty big for, and maybe that would be a nice thing. Again, I don't know why I'm focusing on big or small. I can finish them either way. So I thought that was pretty. So this is the quality sampler. So that might be an opportunity for them. Some specific ones that I did find just, again, because I find it gets preference to be the one to do it, but not necessarily mean that I'm going to do it. You'll have the final details by December 30th, where I'm going to give you my total, who gets assigned to work. So let me show you what I have pulled out for the Crazy Eights. And so for the Crazy Eights, I kitted up. This is the Sal that we were doing. So talk about that later when we do Sal later on. But Little House Needleworks. Some of the things that I found when I was kitting up that can be applied to the 23 and 23. One is Winter Petite by Little House Needleworks, and this is a very bad copy of it, but I didn't want to put it there. So this is what they look like, and I went ahead and I'm going to do it on opalescent fabric that I had purchased for another, this was the Nutcracker Village, and I think that these will look really cute on there. And they have all of their fancy flosses pulled from Stash. So it's great. And we'll be doing, that will be one for the 23 by 23. I've also gone to use, because again, I have a lot of stuff. I gone to using every single bag I have. So I've used the little ones, the big ones. You'll see some things that are things that came from 1 2 3 Stitch. Like this is a pattern was in here, and as I organize my patterns differently. This is A Year in the Woods. This is the beaver, and I took some really nice pictures, but I think I'll put them in at the end. They don't seem to be coming up well on the screen. So I wanted you to be able to see the color of the fabric. So there's some modeling. This is by Be Stitch Me, and this is Willow by Be Stitch Me, 32 count. And that will be, and these are all the pretty colors that go with it. So the beaver, I definitely have kitted up, so if you're going to vote for which one to do, you can choose one for Garon and one for here for the 23 by 23, or leave me to my own devices, and I'll probably just start them off. If I have it kitted, start it. If it's the focus of the month, that's fine. The next one that I have is I only have 4 really kitted up for the 23 by 23. This is Cardinal. It's on 32 count Willow Lugana by Be Stitch Me. And I like both cardinals, so I have everything to do both, but I think I will do the cardinal number 1 first. So this is a copy of that, just so you know it's in here, and have all the pretty colors, and you can see the willow in there. You see willow right there. So that's that one. As always, I'm using the project cards by 24 Hours of Cross Stitch. I downloaded also her iPad planner. I've been using that while we've been talking here, so really love it. I'm trying to figure out like how to incorporate it to how I use things, and I'm moving it out of my own personal planner. So there you go. You can get those on Etsy as well. And then I have Waiting for Santa. It's a country cottage needlework. This is on 32 beige linen. I am very hit or miss on linen. I keep trying it to see if I can get myself over the hump, and I just may give up on it at some point, but I have a backup in case it doesn't work, and that's this one. And so it calls for this linen, and I went ahead and got the linen called for it, and we'll keep you posted on that. I changed out crinkles because I couldn't stand the linen. So those are the ones that I have for 23 and 23. And as I find more, I'll dump them in there and then figure out which one of the actual 23s we're going to start. Let me now show you everything I kitted up the week before having surgery. Because of all things to do, this is what I thought would be most beneficial to keep me busy and not thinking about my surgery. Stand by. Like I mentioned before, using as much of my existing stuff as possible, and these are all of the bags. Either I get shipments in or patterns were in when they got shipped, and since I move everything into my organizational thing, then that's where it ends up. So that's what these are. I'm going to try to put them right behind here. That'll be fine. Okay, so I know this video is getting really long. Thank you for sticking along. I hope you've enjoyed some of it, enjoyed looking at my stash and then laughing at my thoughts that I'm going to do all this. Because, you know, it's always good to aim really high and then be very satisfied wherever you land. Because the big part was getting yourself off the ledge there, right? So I feel good about all this. So, and it gives me joy, and it gives me joy to share it. So I hope it does the same for you. Like I said, let's wrap this up. I'm getting tired, and in a few weeks, I will give you every single one. I'll look at all your comments. I'll look at all the feedback, and I will assign something to my Whip Go, my Bring Go, Garon Design, the 23 and 23, my 25 by 7s, my Acrostic Monthly Challenge. There's going to be a preview for it. And then the Sal's, so that you can see it all. And if anything inspires you and you want to do it along with me, like, yay, let me know, because I would love to do that too. It kind of keeps me going. So completely enabled by Pam. I Just Keep Stitching. She did this last year. She did them beautifully in one big piece of fabric. I am doing the same. I have selected my fabric. It is not written on the card. Let me read it. It is Color and Cotton Swiss Coffee, Ada 18 count. Nothing comes up, so I hope you can see it. I have all of that, and I have all of the wonderful, everything is kitted up. There's no need to cut the cloth because it requires such a big piece that I am just gonna measure from the edge and go from there. I'm not doing a middle start. At least that's not my intent right now. I think I'm just going to go from the top left-hand corner and start with January. Start with January in January. So that's that one. I mentioned before, this is the Kringles bag, with a really tattered Kringles. This bag is from So Much to Love. So this is her bigger bag. And I didn't end up getting a lot of this size. But I kind of like it. So I don't know. We'll see. Here we have Kringles. I have now changed it to 18 count Pearwood color and cotton. My husband helped me pick the color for this one. And if you have not seen Kringles in the past, this is what Kringles is. It's beautiful. It reminds me of Macy's. I grew up in New York City, so I used to go to the store with my mom all the time. And within a Crinkle Crinkle bag, I have all of the colors. So I'm happy to restart that and find some joy in it because I've been in love with it for over a year. But the linen in it was just the death of me. So none of that for me. Okay, that was Kringles. This is another So Much to Love bag. Love her Halloweens. Just fantastic. And let's see. This one is Halloween at Hawthorne Hollow. Look at me coordinating a bag. Who would have thunk it? The actual pattern is in here. I know I don't typically do that. I asked you guys last time if you did or didn't. I don't think anyone let me know, but it's in here because I still need to make a photocopy of the front page so I have a reference. And I have everything, and the fabric that has been chosen is 18 count age paper by Color and Cotton. So this one. And we're ready for that, and that's going to be probably, because some of those blocks are like a full coverage. I would love to have this one on the gown focus of the month. I think it's a great one considering it's massive. There. Okay. These are in no particular order. This is how much can I reach. Bending down hurts a little bit. Liberty Lane by Country Cottage, and I decided to go with the color floss change that was by Priscilla, and I also have chosen Be Stitch Me 32 count Lugana Peanut is the color, and I like the modeling on it. So Peanut's super cute. I do have the colors for the original, and I just kept them all in there and thought, you know, I'll figure out with time if there's anything that, you know, she did that I may not want to do. And hey, Jess, look at me being so on the limb here. I will say though, I don't feel like I'm being that creative considering Priscilla gave us the name and numbers, but I'm keeping options open. Jess, I need a kudos for that. Next one is, I showed this a few weeks ago, Sew by Row. I know, hey Jess, that you did this one and eliminated this bottom row. I'm thinking of doing the same thing. Actually, what I thought was maybe eliminating the stars because I don't quilt, but everything else resonates with me. So I was thinking of maybe eliminating that and just moving everything out. And that is going to be on 18 count Ivory Ada, purchased at, I don't know, Joanne, Michael, something 1,000 years ago. So we're going to be doing that. That one. It's going to be fun. And I got the pack from, I got the color pack from Fat Quarter Shop. So everything's ready to go in that one. Next one is, let's see. Well, I don't think I changed anything in this one, but I don't think this guy's going to be done anyhow. This bag does not have a name on it. If you know the designer of this bag, I would love to give them props. But there's no tag on it, and that's the only way I remember these. So my apologies. And this is Just Nan Owls of October #2. And I have linen in here, which is why when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I don't know if that's going to happen. But I have Vintage Country Mocha Belfast 32 count. I mean, it's gorgeous, but okay, we're going to try it. We're not going to give in to that, and we're not going to say no every time. We're going to say no, buy the project, and we're going to try our best. Goose Designs. This is Dreaming of Frida, and I can find an image and insert it here. Let me see if I can find that image for us. I couldn't find the image, but it is on a really beautiful, I don't want to say, let me just look at it. It is a Swigart, a 32 count Azure Blue Lugana, which I thought went really well with the colors of the Dreaming of Frida. This will be my first Barbara Ann designs. We talked about that earlier. Hoping to kit up some more of her stuff so that I can have a few of them started going here. Everything's gonna end up on the floor, and I'm gonna have to ask my husband to help to put them all back in a bin. This is Flea Market Flowers. I'm doing this on 14 count white Aida. So got the Aida from my stash, and it's 153 by 169. I do know that we talked about, and maybe I won't do all the flowers. And I still think that some of them don't speak to me really, and I might rearrange them. So we'll see when we get started. That'll be that. This is Looks Like Christmas by Shannon Christine, and this will be 18 count Aida Ivory. And here I'll show it to you from the back. Let me see if I have an image that I can share here. Yep, this is just the PDF of the, this is what it looks like. So I think the ivory is really great on it, and all colors, really cute. So that'll be fantabulous. I've been wanting to do one of her Christmas designs. I started some ornaments a few years ago, and maybe we'll run across them here. So let's see what the deal is. Like I mentioned, I didn't purchase anything specific, with the exception of La Capati, which is the Teresa Little Stitcher Sal. I did not purchase anything. Everything that we're going through here is coming from 2 years of Kogut stash. This is Wilbur by Teresa Kogut, and I changed the fabric on Wilbur. Wilbur was originally on something else, which I don't remember what it was, but I did not like it. And so let me show you Wilbur. Look at that cutie. And Wilbur will now be on Gingerbread by Stitch Me, 28 count Lugana. And so that is Wilbur's new family of colors. I don't know what I have on my camera. Oh, here we go. These are my camera. Ooh. Next one up is A Home for the Holidays, for a classic. And I do think I have a picture of this one, so stand by. So this is the chart with all of the threads. Took a picture of it using my stand that I just bought at the retreat. And the fabric looks horrible in that picture though. On the screen though, because on my phone it looks great. So this is the fabric. It's like a little beige, and it is a 16 count natural light Aida, purchased on 123 Stitch. So that is what that beauty is. Hey everyone, hi. I recorded the video yesterday, and I recorded a goodbye, and I apparently didn't record it because I was so tired. So I just want to say thank you for sitting through the plans. This is part 1. I will post part 2 very soon. And thank you for stopping by. I hope you get some stitching in. I hope you get some dancing in too. Here's a little clip of my niece and I having a dance a few years ago. You take care. Bye.